why your process is your process, why there is the strategic thinking phase. Hey there, great to be back with you today. I'm Shannyn Lee, the Director of Coaching at Win Without Pitching. And let's listen to another question for our Ask Me Anything YouTube channel. This one's coming in from John Walden. Let's hear what John has to say.
Blair. My name is John Walden, and I run a self-named agency of one, and I'm a communal member. And I've gone back to school in the past year following the two Bobs, reading Win Without Pitching. Pricing Creativity, of course, is on my Christmas list. And I'm looking now, kind of trying to put into place some of what I've learned from you and also from David C. Baker. And I've looking at how I've contributed to people and organizations I've worked with. And it's obvious that the greatest value that I bring to any engagement is my thinking and my insights, which more often than not have been given away for free. But as I now try to reform myself and to speak to and price this, I get stuck on thinking of it as an executable with deliverables and pricing the effort, the research and the report, as opposed to the inherent value. Can you share any advice about this? Thanks.
Great question. Thank you, John. So there are a few ways I could tackle this. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the importance of diagnosing your client's problem before prescribing solutions. And this gets to a point of process in how you work that is non-negotiable when you're in a conversation with a client. And so it's really all about how you position yourself and the work you do and your process and why your process is your process, why there is the strategic thinking phase, why that is important, and why the rest of the work, if it's website design, for example, cannot begin until you're able to diagnose, assess, run a discovery, run a strategy phase to inform that work. And so I think it's all about how you position it to the client and really ensure that they understand this is how you work. They don't get to mess with how you work. They have to pay you for that very important strategy part of the engagement. And it's just non negotiable. And you need to then just stand your ground, right? The other thing you're asking about is value, right? How do you uncover that value? That's really where we get into understanding how to conduct a value conversation so that you have a good sense of that client's desired future state 3 years from today, their needs and wants. Maybe they come to you because they need a website, but their wants are much bigger than just that website. So you need to get an understanding of that. Then you want to understand how are we going to know if we're successful and start assigning metrics to it. That's what then opens the door to think about, wow, there's a lot of value that we can unlock for you. And if we are in fact able to do that, what might you be willing to invest in this initiative? So the value conversation is a whole nother path we can go down, but just giving you a little taste of it right there. And then I think finally, as always, it always comes back to positioning. And if you are well positioned and seen as meaningfully different, having these kinds of conversations becomes much easier because you're in that place of expertise. You're viewed as the expert practitioner, not the order taker. And I know because you shared your website recently that you've gone through a positioning exercise and you're really doing some good work there for yourself. So I hope this was helpful. And John, for you and for anybody, if you want to explore how do you do a better job of managing that sales process and stay in that expert practitioner driver's seat, think about coming to our workshop. We have one coming up in January, the 26th through the 29th of January. It's 4 days, 3 hours a day, and we take you deep into the 4 conversations that happen in the sale. That's a great place to come and learn some of these skills as well. So thanks so much for being with us today. Thank you, John, for the question, and cheers to you all. Have a great rest of the day wherever you may be.